All right, so this is our final video for our final unit on Keystone species and Trophic Cascades. So this is a short week since you have no school on Monday, and so I tried to modify the assignments so there's not quite as much work this week. What I want you to do is on Tuesday, go ahead and watch these two videos. If you just click on the button, it will take you right to the video. I believe this one is 4 minutes and this one might be 5 minutes. So less than 10 minutes. You don't have to do anything with the videos, but you really need to watch them because they're going to help you understand the topic of what a keystone species is and what a trophic cascade is. So if you watch these two videos on Tuesday, then on Wednesday, you will have a actively learn assignment. It will be posted through Google Classroom. And it's, again, more about keystone species and trophic cascades. It's a 19-minute video, and there are about 5 or 6 questions that are embedded into the video so that you stop and think as you're watching the video. There's just your reminder on station labs. This week, there's only 2 station labs. So on Thursday, you can watch this short 5-minute video, and you have these 3 questions that go with it. And then on Friday, you will do the research at station. So it tells you, you click on the link here to go through the 3 parts of the introduction, work through the kelp example before attempting the case studies, and then you will do the Arctic tundra case study, explain the effect that the fox had on the ecosystem, then do the Midwestern lakes case study, and talk about how introduction of the bass altered the amount of CO2 in the lake. And then there's 2 case studies left, and you'll choose one of those to do the activity. So I'll show you what that looks like, and that's it for the week. So when you click on this link, it should take you straight to this. If it does not, and it takes you to this instead, just click Launch Interactive, and that will bring you to the assignment. So if you go in to the introduction, you need to read this, and if you make sure you use these little arrows, this is going to take you through the case study. So this should be pretty familiar. Go ahead and watch the little videos. They're not very long. This is reviewing that whole part that we just did in Wednesday's lesson on the sea otters and the sea urchins, and also on the purple starfish. So you can just go through this part, and that's the introduction. And then if you go to the kelp example, again, that's what we already learned about, but this is a good refresher, and it will walk you through what these mean. This is important because this is what the activity is going to look like. So here in this case, we have our sea urchins. It's a negative effect on, our sea otters. It's a negative effect on the sea urchins because the sea otters eat the sea urchins. And the sea urchins eat kelp. So if there's no sea otters, then the sea urchins grow. And if the sea urchins grow, then there is a negative effect on the kelp. So it's kind of going to go through, make sure you click through each of these things, and it's showing you the different relationship and what these arrows mean. Okay. And so again, here, if there are more sea otters, you're going to find that there is more kelp because they're eating the sea urchins. And so when you get to the end of the slides, then it talks about how the trophic cascade, it didn't just affect the kelp, it also, how did it affect some of the other animals in the ecosystem. So go ahead and just look through and read through each of these parts so you can see how one species can affect other species at different trophic levels. So once you've gone through all of this, you'll come to the case studies. So here they want you to do, this one is on the fox, and then this one is going to be on the bass and the CO2. For these ones, your last thing will be to choose one of those and do the activity. So I'm just going to show here. If you click on it, you're going to look and see, okay, so do foxes have a positive or negative effect on the seabirds? So what do you think? Is it going to be positive? Are they going to make the seabirds increase or decrease? As a result, what's going to happen? Well, if you get it wrong, you just can redo it. It will tell you the correct answer. Make sure you read the information. And at the end, you will have this just a short activity to get the information that you need. So that is how the research it works. So you'll do the 2 and then choose the final one. The Watch It, like I said, is just a quick video with a few questions about the wolves of Yellowstone. You should have already watched this video and answered the questions. I would do it in this order because this is kind of building on each other this week. And that is the entire assignment for the week. So good luck, and this is the last one you're going to have for your 7th grade science school year.